So today I thought it would be fun if basically I asked you a load of questions that I have about American Christmas and you can answer them for me in the comments. Chewy is apparently sitting here today. We've tried to negotiate moving him, but he wants to stay there. We'll see how long that lasts. Also, if you're wondering why my eyes are a little puffy, because someone will definitely point it out in the comments.
It'd be rude, Roy.
I'm allergic to Christmas trees and they're everywhere. But you know, I'm also allergic to dogs. Where there's a will, there's a way. Why do you make me allergic to the things I love the most? Before I get into the video, do be sure to subscribe. Otherwise, Santa's gonna bring you a lump of coal in your stocking. Starting you off with an interesting fact, in Ireland we call Santa, Santy. Sometimes we call him Santa too, but I'll actually be doing a video next week where I answer your questions about Irish Christmas, so if you haven't got a question over to me yet, be sure to let me know what your question is. And I can answer it for you. Maybe. I won't be able to answer them all. I'll do my best. Obviously, there's nothing Christmassy here because I'm going to see my family this week, so... Did that work? And on with the video. So, a lot of these things come from movies and TV shows because I've never actually spent Christmas in America. By the way, Chewy is still here. He's just on my lap now. Is it true that you actually put popcorn strings on the tree? Or is that just something you guys did back in the day before you could afford real Christmas decorations? But then again, I would have thought popcorn is kind of expensive, no? Why do you put popcorn on the Christmas tree? Basically, it's about as random to me, an Irish person, as the idea of putting sandwiches on the Christmas tree. It just seems bizarre. I remember I tried it one year when I was a kid because I'd seen it in a movie and it took a really long time, and I think I made a string about this long, which definitely didn't cover our Christmas tree. Either way, this amount of popcorn kernels did not cover the tree. Is that a thing you actually do, or is that just myth?
Myth!
Yes. The next question I have is, do you actually have goose for Christmas? Okay, turkey and ham are the traditional things we have in Ireland, and I know that you guys have turkey and ham in America too, but do some of you actually eat goose for Christmas? What a random bird! Is that not the randomest bird you've ever heard of? A goose. I can't imagine a goose would taste that great, although duck tastes pretty great. To all the vegetarians, I'm terribly sorry. But yeah, goose just seems bizarro. But maybe it tastes good, I don't know. Again, maybe they did it back in the day because goose was cheaper than turkey and ham. Maybe, that's just a theory. The next question I have, and I'm just realizing how indulgent this is because it's me just asking questions of the internet, and yes, I could Google them, but I found Google answers not to be terribly reliable.
Google Glass, we're like Google ass.
Especially when I Google something and then you guys put in the comments, that's not true. And I'm like, well, I don't know, Google says so. Are you actually as competitive about decor as Christmas media would have me believe? Because I see on a lot of the news stations and stuff that we get on YouTube that you guys have like Christmas competitions and people fall out with their neighbors over the Christmas lights. And I know from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation that you're like willing to climb up on the roofs and stuff. That's definitely started to come over here in the last decade. We've begun to be a bit more elaborate with our Christmas tree things, but I haven't seen them to the extent that I have the American ones. Also, when you do put up your Christmas lights and stuff, are you concerned about your electricity bill? Do all neighborhoods in America have the option to have a competition with each other? Is that a nationwide thing? The next question I have is about what you give Father Christmas, and I want to tread carefully on this one. Also, I'm aware you call him Santa Claus in America. It seems to me you always put out the same gifts for Santa when he's traveling on his special night. You put out milk and cookies. Now, Santa, in all his guises, is an adult. So in Ireland, we tend to put out an alcoholic beverage such as whiskey or brandy because it's a stressful night for Santa. He also enjoys a mince pie around these parts, which doesn't actually have mince in it. It's actually a load of berries. I'll get into that in another video. But yes, that is what Irish parents tell their children Santa prefers. And I'm just wondering why in America Santa seems to favor milk and cookies. Perhaps it's by the time he gets there, he's a little tireder and the alcohol wouldn't do him such good with the flying. My next question is about eggnog. Why? I kind of get this one. It's obviously just a thing that happened in America. You all just happen to associate this, let's be honest, kind of gross drink with Christmas. We did that with mulled wine. Any other time of the year, hot wine, not so good. But eggnog, I have never had it, or have I? I don't know. I feel like I might have tried it in a facts video once, but I can't really remember. But then I talk about eggnog and I can taste it. But maybe I've just made that up. Whoa. So my question about eggnog is, do you all just buy it and kind of let it sit there, or do you actually drink it? I know you spike it with alcohol, but is it like mulled wine? When you get a mulled wine, you tend to drink half the mulled wine and then leave it down somewhere. Is eggnog a bit like that? You just have a bit for the idea of it and then you leave it down somewhere. My next question is about Black Friday. Okay, so I think Black Friday happens before Christmas and after Thanksgiving. I did it in Texas and it really wasn't that big of a deal because most people shop online now. But my question is, do you also have a big Christmas sale after Christmas? Because we do on St. Stephen's Day, which is the day after Christmas. And do people go as nuts as they do on Black Friday, seemingly, which I have found not to be the case anymore? My next question is about Christmas cards. In America, you seem to take Christmas cards as a massive assertion of where you are in your life and how great your family is and how clean you can keep your kids' clothes. I don't know, maybe this is a perception I get from celebrities, but do regular American families send out Christmas cards with photos of their family on it? Nobody in Ireland does that. In Ireland, we tend to get charity Christmas cards and send them around, but I think they've become a little bit more scarce in recent years. People just don't do them as much anymore. The thing I don't get about American Christmas cards is your family surely is not like that all the time. Children do not keep their clothes that clean, and they are not that spick and span. Also, everybody in the card is smiling at the same time. I'm not sure how you do that. Although I read recently that Kim Kardashian actually photoshopped one of her children into the picture because she wasn't playing ball the day that they shot the picture.
I would have rather done it this way than the anxiety of what I went through of trying to get, Chicago has a cookie in her hand. I was really holding some there. Saint was really there. The rest of us were there.
And the final question that I have is about the blanket under your Christmas tree. In Ireland, we just screw a thing into the bottom of the Christmas tree, a Christmas tree stand, or else we put it in a bucket if it's a small enough tree. And sometimes at the bottom of the tree, we'll put like presents, or even sometimes fake presents for decor before Christmas. Often we'll put like a train, a remote control train around the bottom of the tree, and surely that couldn't go if we put a big blanket around the bottom. Why do you guys put blankets around the bottom? And are they just regular blankets, or are they blankets that have a hole in them? I'm sure they're Christmas tree blankets because surely somebody's made money out of them by now, surely. But yeah, does everybody in America put a blanket at the bottom of their tree, or do some people do stands as well? Anyway, that's a lot of questions today. I know that's a bit of an unusual thing to do, but I'm curious to hear back from you before I put out my Irish Christmas traditions video, because I just want to see what actually goes on over there. Today's video goes out to a couple of patrons. The first patron I want to thank is Elizabeth Smith. This is a picture of her daughter when she was little. It was taken on the set of a mall that she was marketing director of, and this is when her daughter was 5 years old. She turned 25 this week. Elizabeth just wanted to give you all a reminder to enjoy all the time you can with your family because time goes so fast. Thank you so much. Have an amazing Christmas. The second shout out I want to give goes to Craig Babbitt. He wants to wish all his family, especially his younger sister, Amele Kalikamaka. I can't pronounce that, Craig. His little sister is going through some medical issues and she could do with some positive vibes. So let's send them her way. This is them celebrating Craig's birthday at the Disney Olani a few years back. If all goes to plan, they'll be returning to Hawaii with nieces and nephews in 2020. And finally today we have my old pal Jim Weed. He'd like to encourage everyone to make time to enjoy the season with family and friends, and he'd like to shout out everyone who believes in the magic of Santa Claus. This is a picture of his gorgeous wife Marilyn and him enjoying an evening with friends. Thank you, and a very Merry Christmas to you. That's it for today's list. Please do let me know below in comments some of the answers to my much pondered questions about American Christmas. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on the other side. Bye. Hello, you're still here. Did you know we're going on an adventure? Yeah, we're going to Spain. That's why your face is wet, because you just got it washed. I actually can't click. I want to click with both fingers. Check out my Christmas nails. Check them out. Christmassy. Do you want to put on your Christmas jumper? No. He said no.